Let's continue with part 2 of chapter 11. This part contains around 10 small topics and all the questions will be worth 2 marks each. The first topic is refraction of light through a prism. This is from 8th standard textbook and it's not in any great detail. So let's understand this topic of how light behaves when it passes through a prism. Prism is a triangular piece of glass. You have learnt how light gets refracted through a rectangular glass slab. इसके पहले के चैप्टर में था. For parallel reflecting surfaces as in a glass slab, the emergent ray is parallel to incident ray. However, it is slightly displaced laterally. How would light get refracted through a transparent prism? क्या कह रहे हैं कि if it's a rectangular glass slab, the light falling bends and comes out again, but the overall direction remains the same. इसको कहते हैं lateral shift, that it is still going in the same direction but it has shifted. But जब triangle की बात आती है and you throw a light, it will bend and bend further. It depends how you are throwing the light. If you throw it like this, it will bend and again bend, which we have to study by looking at the figure. It's very, very important. The figure is a must when you write the answer. Step number 1, let triangle ABC represent the glass slab, the prism. Let A, B and C represent the prism. The ray of light PQ is called incident ray. इंसिडेंट मतलब वो रे जो गिरता है प्रिज्म पे, इंसिडेंट रे. इट्स बेटर इफ यू ड्रॉ विथ मी. एट दिस इंसिडेंट रे there is a 90 degree normal called n dash. n dash is normal and normal मतलब एक imaginary perpendicular line to the prism surface. तो prism surface से perpendicular n dash है. The blue line, the blue ray of light will not go straight. This is called the blue line goes straight, but that is not right. Therefore a dotted line is drawn here. Dotted line का मतलब है कि blue line सीधी नहीं जा सकती. क्यों? क्योंकि there is a change of medium, which we have learned in the earlier chapter. What will happen? The light will bend. After bending, does the light go straight? No. Here also the light is not able to go straight, because again there is change in medium and it bends once again to come out like this. This is called refracted ray. Incident ray, refracted ray. और refracted ray जब बाहर आता है, it is called emergent ray. It emerges out. Emergent. Do you see what happened? The light ray has changed its direction from this to this to this. 2 बार डायरेक्शन चेंज होता है. All thanks to the glass prism, 2 times bending of light happens. इसमें एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंस कहाँ है? ये पूरे सिचुएशन में इंसिडेंट रे और नॉर्मल के बीच में, दिस इज कॉल्ड एंगल ऑफ इंसिडेंस आई. इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एंगल. एंगल ऑफ रिफ्रैक्शन कहां है? सामने. दिस इज एंगल ऑफ रिफ्रैक्शन आर, अगेन वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. एंड ओरिजिनल डायरेक्शन ऑफ लाइट एंड फाइनल डायरेक्शन ऑफ लाइट के बीच का एंगल ये है. दिस इज कॉल्ड इमर्जेंट एंगल. तो अगर प्रिज्म नहीं होता तो लाइट सीधी निकल जाती, बट प्रिज्म है इसलिए लाइट ऐसे जा रही है. तो व्हाट इज द एंगल बिटवीन बोथ दोज लाइट्स is the emergent angle. Let's read whether they have given the same thing or not. Here PE is the incident ray. Let me maximize this a bit. Okay. Here PE is the incident ray. Yes. EF is the refracted ray. Yes. FS is the emergent ray. Yes. Exactly यही तीन चीज मैंने यहां पे बताई. इंसिडेंट रे, रिफ्रैक्टेड रे, इमर्जेंट रे. You may note that the ray of light is entering from air to glass at the first surface AB. AB surface मतलब बाहर हवा अंदर ग्लास. Therefore the ray of light will bend towards the normal. नॉर्मल के नजदीक आती है. तो ध्यान से देखो, आई एम एक्सपेंडिंग इट. The ray of light is the red colored ray, and instead of going straight it bends, and when it bends it's literally coming close to the normal. This angle is larger, called angle of incidence. Smaller means the ray have bent towards the normal, that is angle of refraction. But उसके सामने इसके साथ कंपेयर करो तो the ray of light is going from glass to air, और glass to air जब जाती है तो it bends away from normal. Therefore this angle is less, but the light has bent away from the normal because it is glass to air. At the second surface AC, the light has entered from glass to air, hence it has to bend away from normal, towards the normal, away from normal. That's the discussion which we already know from last chapter. Compare the angle of incidence and angle of refraction at each refracting surface of the prism. Is this similar to the kind of bending that occurs in a glass slab? No. The peculiar shape of the prism makes the emergent ray bend at an angle to the direction of incident ray, and this angle is called angle of deviation. In this case, angle D is the angle of deviation. Mark the angle of deviation in the above activity. मैंने जो इमर्जेंट रे कहा था वो अलग था, उसको भूल जाओ, 8th स्टैंडर्ड में था. दिस इज एंगल ऑफ डेविएशन. मतलब अगर प्रिज्म नहीं होता तो रे वुड हैव गॉन स्ट्रेट. तो कैसे जाता? इट वुड हैव गॉन समथिंग लाइक दिस. बट because of the prism, the ray went in this direction. Therefore, the angle between both the rays is called angle of deviation. Without prism straight, with prism final direction, उन दोनों के बीच का angle is angle of deviation. That's all. Dispersion of white light by a glass prism. अब ग्लास प्रिज्म के पास ताकत है कि वो व्हाइट लाइट को ब्रेक करके दिखाए. What do you see on the screen? Nothing. The screen is empty with my toolbar and my mouse, which is moving here. But when there is nothing, what you see is white color. And white color is made up of 7 colors. And as of now, it's pure white. Can you see the 7 colors? No. Because all those 7 colors are going at the same speed. जब 7 अलग कलर एक साथ एक स्पीड में जा रहे हैं तो white दिखता है. But when you look at that light closely, do you see something here? How many colors can you see? Probably 1 or 2, or not even that. You just see a small line. How about now? Now you see there is red, yellow and blue. How about now? This is called VIBGYOR. 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 VIBGYOR stands for violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. Violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, red. This VIBGYOR, जो हम बच्चों को बोलते हैं रेनबो, in science it is called spectrum. And white light is made up of this spectrum. And when all colors are going together, we see white. But what does a prism do? Prism has the capacity to split this white light. And why? Because all 7 colors change their speed inside glass. जब तक वो हवा में है 7 कलर, तो सातों कलर की स्पीड सेम है. But the minute from air they enter a glass, then they split into 7 colors. So this is the experiment of the glass slab that throws some white light on the prism which contains 7 colors. Instead of going straight, the white light will bend, and when it is bending, some colors bend less and some colors bend more. So objective number 1 which you have to by heart, स्पेक्ट्रम में, स्पेक्ट्रम मतलब व्हाइट लाइट के 7 कलर में, हु बेंड्स लेस? रेड बेंड लेस, वायोलेट बेंड मोर ऑलवेज. दूसरी चीज, हु हैज मोर स्पीड? द स्पीड ऑफ रेड इज मोर और वायोलेट इज मोर. Red has higher velocity in the glass. Violet has less velocity in the glass. बाहर तो सातों कलर की वेलोसिटी सेम है, बट ग्लास के अंदर सबकी स्पीड चेंज हो जाती है. स्पीड चेंज हो जाती है इसलिए डायरेक्शन चेंज होता है और इसलिए 7 कलर दिखते हैं. Who has maximum wavelength? Red has maximum wavelength and violet has minimum wavelength. So there is a lot of objectives which you can learn from here. This experiment of prism splitting the white light into a spectrum. Dispersion, and that is called dispersion. Splitting of white light into 7 colors is called dispersion of white light. You must have seen and appreciated the spectacular colors in a rainbow. How could the white light of the sun give us various colors of the rainbow? Before we take up the question, we shall first go back to the refraction of light through a prism The inclined refracting surface of the glass prism showing exciting phenomena. This is the exciting phenomena. The prism has probably split the incident white light into a band of colors. Note that the color that appear at two ends of the color band. What is the sequence of the color? Vibgyor. The various colors are violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. Short form is Vibgyor. The band of the colored component of the light beam is called spectrum. जो रेनबो है इसको रेनबो नहीं बुला सकते, इट्स अ स्पेक्ट्रम. एंड सारे कलर्स दिखना इजी नहीं होता है इफ यू आर लुकिंग एट अ रियल स्पेक्ट्रम. Yet something makes each color distinct from the other. The splitting of light into its component color is called dispersion. You have seen that white light is dispersed into 7 color components by a prism. Why do we get these colors? Different colors of light bend through different angles with respect to incident ray as they pass through the prism. The red light bends the least. ये मैंने ऑलरेडी लिखा था जहां से तुमको बाय हार्ट करना है. द रेड लाइट बेंड्स लेस, लेस नहीं LEAST, लीस्ट, सबसे कम. तो ऑटोमेटिकली वायलेट बेंड्स मैक्सिमम, while the violet the most. Thus the rays of each color emerge along different paths, thus become distinct. It is the band of distinct colors that we see in a spectrum. So there is really no information given and the topic changes. But remember, dispersion क्या होता है? White light to spectrum. Spectrum क्या होता है? 7 colors. And why does red go up and violet down? Because there is difference in velocity, difference in wavelength and difference in bending of the angle. Draw this figure and by heart forever who has more wavelength, who has more velocity and who has more bending. I will ask in tomorrow's quiz from this particular chart. Isaac Newton ने क्या किया? He took 2 prisms. The first prism he used was to split white light into 7 colors. And then he immediately took another prism जिस पे वो स्पेक्ट्रम गिरा और वो वापस white light बन गया. Getting my point? White light was thrown by Isaac Newton and split into 7 colors of Vibgyor, and those 7 colors fell on another prism which got rejoined and white light came out, which means splitting and joining of 7 colors is possible. Let's read. This is a small topic. Sir Isaac Newton was the first to use a glass prism to obtain the spectrum of sunlight. Objective question: who did it for the first time? Splitting of white light through a prism. He tried to split the colors of the spectrum of white light further by using another similar prism. However, he could not get any more colors. उसने क्या सोचा कि मैं एक प्रिज्म यूज करके व्हाइट लाइट को 7 कलर्स बना सकता हूं, तो क्या वो 7 कलर्स को दूसरे प्रिज्म से स्प्लिट करके 10, 70 या 49 बना सकता हूं? नहीं. One color splits into 7 colors and 7 colors can rejoin into one color. This proves that light is made up of only 7 colors. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट एक्सपेरिमेंट है जिसका प्रूफ बहुत सिंपल है. White light is made up of only 7 colors. उससे ज्यादा कुछ splitting possible नहीं है. He could not get any more colors. He then placed a second identical prism in an inverted position and obtained white light. And this was confirmation that sunlight is made up of only 7 colors. और वो 7 कलर में से कोई भी कलर तब दिखेगा जब स्पीड कम ज्यादा हो जाएगी. बट व्हेन लाइट इज ट्रैवलिंग थ्रू एयर or vacuum, the speed is same. Therefore, we don't see any colors. What we see is pure white light during day. तो दिन में जो अजवाड़ू है, that is because of white light, and we don't see color because they are all running together. Any light that gives a spectrum similar to that of the sunlight is often referred to as white light. So tube light, LED light, torch light, they all can create white lights because we have a proof that they split into 7 colors. Coming to another topic called rainbow formation. Rainbow कैसे बनता है उसका ये टेक्निक है. A rainbow is a natural spectrum. A rainbow is a natural spectrum appearing in the sky after a rain shower. बारिश होने के बाद जब सनलाइट निकलती है तो रेनबो बन सकता है. It is caused by dispersion of sunlight by tiny water droplets present in the atmosphere. A rainbow is always formed in the direction opposite to that of sun. Opposite direction to the sun. The water droplets act like small prisms. They refract and disperse the incident sunlight, then reflect it internally, and finally refract it again when it comes out of the raindrop. Due to the dispersion of light and internal reflection, different colors reach the observer's eye. कहना क्या चाहते हैं वो फिगर में से समझ में आएगा. First things, imagine that this is where the sun is. This is where you are standing in your balcony. It has rained some time ago, and because of these rains there are thousands of small microscopic water droplets which are hanging in the sky in the form of mist. Microscopic drops of water जो क्लाउड ने फंसा के रखे हैं, जो क्लाउड ने पकड़ के रखे हैं. Okay. Now the sunlight starts its journey and falls on these drops of water. And when sunlight falls on these drops of water, what comes out from the drops and gets reflected in your eyes is the rainbow or the Vibgyor. So what you are looking at is a rainbow, and rainbows are formed always in the opposite side of the sun because a reflection has to take place inside the वाटर ड्रॉपलेट. तो हजारों वाटर ड्रॉपलेट्स की वजह से तुम्हें एक ऐसा रेनबो दिखता है. क्लाउड हटा दो, रेनबो दिखना बंद हो जाएगा बिकॉज वाटर ड्रॉपलेट्स आर एक्टिंग लाइक स्मॉल प्रिज्म्स. और प्रिज्म ही नहीं है तो रेनबो कौन बनाएगा. सनलाइट हटा दो तो भी रेनबो नहीं दिखेगा. सो रेनबो फॉर्मेशन के लिए सनलाइट एंड वाटर ड्रॉपलेट्स बोथ आर नेसेसरी and also at a particular specific angle. अगर एंगल गलत है तो भी रेनबो नहीं दिखेगा. Let's look at in slight more detail. When white light hits the drop of water, when white light hits the drop of water, it splits into 7 colors. यहां पे 2 ही दिखाए हैं, वैसे 7 कलर होते हैं. एंड दिस स्प्लिटिंग इनटू 7 कलर्स इज कॉल्ड डिस्पर्जन. सो फर्स्ट स्टेप, dispersion happens. Then at this edge an internal reflection happens. Internal reflection. मतलब वाटर ड्रॉपलेट के अंदर, एज इफ दिस इज अ मिरर विच वी हैव लर्न्ड इन 10th स्टैंडर्ड, इट जस्ट बाउंसेस. Internal reflection, and this internally reflected light slightly bends again because it is going from water to air. So that bending happens, which is called refraction. और इतनी प्रोसेसेस होने के बाद ऑब्जर्वर को क्या दिखता है? ऑब्जर्वर की आंखें यहां पे है, उसको रेनबो दिखेगा. मिनियन बन गए. एनीवेज, सो रेनबो इज विजिबल लाइक दिस. द ओनली कंडीशन इज सन के अगेंस्ट तुम कहां खड़े हो उस पर डिपेंड करता है. तुम कहीं भी देखोगे तो रेनबो नहीं दिखेगा. यू हैव टू ट्राई टू लुक इन द ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन ऑफ द सन. सन शुड बी बिहाइंड यू, रेनबो विल बी इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू. Figure of rainbow formation is important, and it is also important to write this main sentence that it is formed opposite to the sun. The water droplets acts like small prisms. They refract, they disperse, they reflect internally, and finally refract, and when it comes out it's a rainbow. That's rainbow formation. Atmospheric refraction. Atmosphere is a medium where light can travel through it. But what is outside the atmosphere? It is vacuum. I am going on a global scale. Global भी नहीं, मैं space में जा रहा हूँ. This is our planet Earth. Around the Earth there is a layer of atmosphere, and outside that layer of atmosphere there is space, vacuum. And say this is the sun. Far, far away, sun is the one who is throwing sunlight on our planet. When the sun is throwing sunlight, the sunlight travels in absolute straight lines. Nothing can bend light. It's just falling on the entire planet in straight rays, because it is vacuum. But the minute it enters the atmosphere has multiple layers. Why? Why does atmosphere have multiple layers? Because there are multiple gases in the atmosphere. There is nitrogen, hydrogen, helium, neon, argon, oxygen, etc. Second, there is wind, there is tornado, there is lightning, there is thunder, which keeps on mixing the environment. The atmosphere of the planet is uneven. It's not homogeneous. And because it is uneven, तो जब white light planet पे गिरना शुरू करती है, तो it slightly changes its direction. You see, they are not straight lines. They are more or less straight lines. जैसे जैसे एटमॉस्फेयर के लेयर्स बदलते हैं, वैसे वैसे लाइट keeps on bending, and this is called atmospheric refraction. Means change in the direction of light or bending of light due to different layers of atmosphere. Atmospheric refraction. You might have observed the apparent random wavering or flickering of objects seen through a turbulent stream of hot air. rising above a fire or a radiator. जब समर में 40 डिग्री हीट में एक गाड़ी के बोनेट के पास खड़े रहोगे और गाड़ी के पीछे दूर कोई ट्री दिखेगा, तो you will observe that it looks as if the tree is dancing. Why is the tree dancing and why do you need a car during a hot day to observe that? The reason is, जब बहुत गर्मी होती है तो गाड़ी गर्म हो जाती, जब गाड़ी गर्म हो जाती है तो उसमें से गर्म हवा निकलती, and when hot air which always rises up, तो क्या होता है, पेड़ देखने के लिए the tree has to make a rays fall in our eyes. So this is us trying to look at the tree. तो वैसे तो ट्री में से स्ट्रेट रेज आते हैं which we can see the tree properly, but because of this hot air in between, the light rays coming from the tree moves like this, and this is called refraction, and this refraction is happening because of the hot air around the car. Similarly, here also the atmosphere or the air bends the light. The air just about the fire becomes hotter than the air further up. Hot air is lighter and less dense than the cold air and has a refractive index slightly less than that of cooler air. It's very important. कल के क्विज में ये चीज आएगी कि please make this chart also for yourself. This is hot air, and hot air rises up, and when hot air rises up, it becomes cool. Hot air is dense because the particles are close by, but cool air is less dense. The hottest air, hot air is less dense, cold air is more dense. My mistake. Hot air is lighter, cool air is heavier. Therefore, this too behaves like different mediums with different refractive index. refractive index याद है लास्ट चैप्टर में कौन सी चीज में से लाइट कितनी बेंड होगी, that is determined by refractive index. Diamond has maximum refractive index of 2.42, means when light enters maximum bending happens in diamond. Then kerosene has its own, water has a refractive index of 1.33, and air has a refractive of 1.00 something, and vacuum is absolute 1. तो हर एक मीडियम का रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स होता है. हवा का रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स अप्रोक्सीमेटली 1 है, बट बिकॉज ऑफ दिस हॉट एंड कोल्ड, लेस डेंस एंड मोर डेंस, हेवियर एंड लाइटर, देयर इज डिफरेंस इन रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स. अब ये खास 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 ध्यान रखना, बाय हार्ट करना. hot, lighter, less dense, less refractive index. Hot, lighter, less dense, less refractive index. और यहां पे हाई रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स. लेस नहीं, लो, मतलब नंबर जो है वो छोटा है और यहां पे नंबर बड़ा है. एंड लेस रिफ्रैक्टिव इंडेक्स मीन्स less bending of light. And high refractive index means more bending of light. Everything is related. Quickly, I'm summarizing this entire thing in the form of a chart. Hot air is less dense, is lighter, या lightweight, and refractive index is small, because of which less bending of light happens here. जबकि cold air is more dense, it's not lightweight, it is heavy. The refractive index is a big number, and therefore there is more bending of light. And this, when happens in the Earth's atmosphere, it is called atmospheric refraction. Let's finish reading the sentences. Since the physical condition of refractive medium are not stationary, मैंने कहा था ना, wind, typhoon, tornado, thunderstorm, everything is happening in the atmosphere, it's not stable. Therefore, the apparent position of the object as seen through hot air fluctuates. हम जिस चीज को देख रहे हैं वो फ्लक्चुएट होती दिखाई देती है. क्यों? क्योंकि उसके बीच का एटमॉस्फेयर फ्लक्चुएट हो रहा है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, देयर इज अ स्टार in the sky. This is where you are in the sky and you are trying to see the star. Do you see the star fixed or moving slightly? You should ideally observe the star moving slightly, twinkling, waving. Why? Because star और तुम्हारे बीच में एटमॉस्फेयर के इतने सारे लेयर्स हैं और ये सारे लेयर्स डायनामिक है. कुछ गर्म है, कुछ ठंड है, कुछ डेंस है, कुछ नहीं है. समवेयर मोर बेंडिंग इज हैपनिंग, somewhere less bending of light is happening. Therefore, you do not see the star stationary. You see it slightly moving. This wavering is thus an effect of atmospheric refraction on a small scale in our local environment. Twinkling of stars happens because of that. तो ये twinkling of stars समझाने का टाइम है. This is a 2 mark question. Say this is the earth, this is the atmosphere, and earth's atmosphere has multiple layers and each layer has its own density, each layer has its own refractive index, each layer has its own temperature. Now because of this, star actually यहाँ पे star has a fixed position in space, and from there the star starts to send some light, but that light does not go straight. The light does not go straight. Then where does it go? It bends. Why? Atmospheric refraction. एटमॉस्फेयर का हर एक लेयर उसको थोड़ा थोड़ा करके बेंड करती है और लाइट बेंड होके तुम्हारी आंखों में गिरती. एंड व्हेन लाइट बेंड्स बिकॉज ऑफ लेयर्स ऑफ एटमॉस्फेयर, व्हाट यू सी इज अ स्टार एट एब्सोल्युटली रॉन्ग लोकेशन. स्टार तुमको यहां दिखता है जबकि स्टार वहां है ही नहीं. This is not twinkling of stars. This is apparent position and real position of the star. इसका मतलब स्पेस में जाके स्पेस में नहीं, प्लैनेट के ऊपर खड़े खड़े यहाँ पे तुम हो, and when you say today I want to observe the sky and look at the stars, there are 4 stars here which you are calling them as A, B, C, D. This is the atmosphere which is made up of multiple layers, and each layer is behaving like a different medium. Sorry about my drawing, I don't have a very big board. And so on. So the 4 stars, you are standing on the planet and there are layers of atmosphere in front of you. What happens is when the light from the star starts its journey, it bends and bends and bends and bends, and then it reaches your eye. And when it reaches your eye, जो लास्ट स्ट्रेट लाइन है उसको तुम आगे अज्यूम करते हो और तुमको लगेगा ए इधर है, बट एक्चुअली ए यहां पे है. दिस इज एटमॉस्फेरिक रिफ्रैक्शन. दिस इज द रियल पोजीशन ऑफ स्टार ए एंड दिस इज द अपेरेंट पोजीशन ऑफ स्टार ए. तुमको दिखता ए यहां है बट वहां है ही नहीं. तुमको क्यों लगता है? बिकॉज ऑफ बेंडिंग ऑफ लाइट. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, इफ आई टेक द केस ऑफ डी, D's rays of light come here, then they bend, they bend, they bend, and this is how the light rays fall. But तुम्हें जो लास्ट रे आया जहां से, तुमको लगता है D वहीं पे है. You don't know the light is bending and coming. All you know is D is here, which is the wrong position. And all this happens because of atmospheric refraction. तो असली पोजीशन स्टार की जिंदगी में पता नहीं चलेगी, नहीं चलेगी. You'll always see something off. What to do? Take your telescopes in the space and then see. जो जहाँ है वहीं दिखेगा. Your telescope should be in the space. That's the best telescope. So Hubble Space Telescope is the best telescope क्योंकि उसको एटमॉस्फेरिक रिफ्रैक्शन नड़ता नहीं जो तुम्हें परेशान करता है. वेदर यू सी विद बाइनोक्यूलर्स, वेर यू सी विद नेकेड आइज, और यू सी विद अ टेलीस्कोप, यू डोंट सी द रियल प्लेसेस ऑफ ऑब्जेक्ट्स इन द स्पेस. तुमको हमेशा थोड़ा सा ऑफ दिखता है. इट्स लाइक सीइंग a broken pencil in the glass of water. You have done this experiment or you have seen it. A proper normal pencil, if dropped in a glass of water, it looks as if it is broken. But is it really broken? No. It's an illusion happening because of bending of light. So here it's because of water that the light bends and you see the pencil broken. Here it is because of atmosphere, the light bends and you see a different location of the same star. Apart from twinkling. और twinkling क्या होता है मैं बताता हूं. चलो समझा, ए की रियल पोजीशन इधर है बट वो दिखता उधर है. अब जहां पे भी दिखे, दिस इज व्हाट इज हैपनिंग. द रियल स्टार throws light rays, not just 1 or 2, thousands every second. And these thousands of light rays which are thrown by the real star does not move in a proper fashion. वो थोड़ा सा, हर बार लाइट रे जब गिरता है तो थोड़ा सा अलग बेंडिंग होता है. एंड द रीजन इज एटमॉस्फेयर इज डायनामिक. एटमॉस्फेयर इज मूविंग ऑल द टाइम. बट डिड यू ऑब्जर्व कि वैक्यूम के अंदर कभी कोई फर्क पड़ता नहीं. इन वैक्यूम light travels in the same straight line, but in atmosphere light travels in a zigzag line which is unpredictable. But आंखों में जो गिर रहा है मुझे लगता है लाइट यहां से आ रही. It is all the way dancing from this direction. That's what I feel, and that's why I see the star here, and I see the star is twinkling. Twinkle का मतलब ये है that the ray of light which is falling in your eye is bouncing unevenly because of atmosphere, and that uneven bounce we feel as if the star is twinkling. लेकिन हबल स्पेस टेलीस्कोप से स्टार को देखो, go out in outer space and see with a naked eye, you will not find any twinkle. So twinkle twinkle little star is possible when you are on the planet because atmosphere is bending the light. But space में से स्टार को देखोगे तो there is no twinkling of the star. The twinkling of the star is due to atmospheric refraction of starlight. The starlight on entering the Earth's atmosphere undergoes refraction, but it undergoes continuous refraction before it reaches the Earth. Why continuous? Because layer after layer after layer of atmosphere is bending it, bending it, bending it. The atmospheric refraction occurs in a medium of gradually changing refractive index. धीरे धीरे refractive index change होते रहता है, इसलिए light bend होती रहती. Since the atmosphere bends straight towards the normal, an apparent position of the star is slightly different from its actual position. The star appears slightly higher than its actual position. ये by heart करना. Apparent position मतलब नकली, actual position मतलब असली, and apparent is higher than actual. देखो apparent ऊपर लिखा है तो apparent star यहां पे दिखेगा ऊपर, actual star नीचे है. If I look at the star and aim and shoot, world's best shooter cannot shoot that star. The reason is world's best shooter is aiming at the नकली position. Actual star उसके थोड़ा नीचे है. So it's very difficult to shoot a star. Further, this apparent position of the star is not stationary but keeps on changing slightly. असली, नकली, और नकली में भी the rays are dancing, therefore you find that it is not stationary. Since the stars are very distant, they are approximately point-sized sources of light. As the path of rays of light coming from the star goes on varying slightly, the apparent position of the star fluctuates and the amount of starlight entering the eye flickers. The star sometimes appears brighter and sometimes fainter, and that's called the twinkling effect. तो स्टार की पोजीशन चेंज होना एक बात है, बट ट्विंकल होना दूसरी बात है. एंड ट्विंकलिंग इज बिकॉज द रे ऑफ लाइट डज नॉट फॉल ऑन आवर आई स्ट्रेट. इट goes up and down and keeps falling. Therefore कभी bright कभी dim, कभी bright कभी dim, कभी slight ऊपर कभी slight नीचे, and that all thing we feel as if the stars are twinkling. But planets do not twinkle. Why? गोखने वाला reason is a star is far, a planet is close. नजदीक. तो a star which is far is a point source of light. एक जीनोटपकू point source of light, जबकि planets which are close is a collection of lot of point sources of light. It's a collection of point source, many points, collection of many point sources. तो तो ये कि जब स्टार में से लाइट निकलेगी तो इट विल लिटरली बी वन रे, जस्ट अ सिंगल रे। बट प्लैनेट इतना नजदीक है कि उसके हर एक डॉट में से एक लाइट निकलेगी। सो द रेज ऑफ लाइट इज नॉट जस्ट वन, इट्स मैनी। समझा? स्टार के पास सिर्फ एक रे है, प्लैनेट के पास देर आर मैनी। स्टार का एक रे जब हिल जाएगा तो यू विल सी इट ट्विंकल। बट प्लैनेट्स के केस में क्या होता है, एक रे हिला ऊपर तो दूसरा रे हिला नीचे, एक रे हिला आगे तो दूसरा पीछे, एंड बिकॉज ऑफ दैट प्लैनेट जैसा है वैसा ही दिखता है, बिकॉज नलिफाई हो जाता है। टू रेज आर कमिंग, one by mistake went left but the other by mistake went right, the effect is nullified. इसलिए planets do not twinkle because mainly they are collection of many point sources, but stars twinkle because it's a single point source and a single ray comes, and that single ray when it moves we feel as if it is twinkling. तो टेक्स्ट बुक में क्या लिखा है, वाई डोंट द प्लैनेट्स ट्विंकल? द प्लैनेट्स आर मच क्लोजर टू द अर्थ, ये देखो क्लोज, एंड आर दस सीन एज एक्सटेंडेड सोर्सेस ऑफ लाइट। कलेक्शन ऑफ मेनी पॉइंट सोर्स मतलब एक्सटेंडेड सोर्स ऑफ लाइट, जिसमें से बहुत सारे किरणें निकलती। If we consider a planet as collection of large number of point-sized sources of light, जो मैंने अभी लिखा collection of point-sized sources, the total variation in amount of light entering our eye from all individual point-sized sources will average out to 0. एक एरो है, हाँ ये ऐसे समझो, there is a bullseye which you have to hit. You have one arrow. What are the chances it will hit in one time? Difficult. But if I give you 100 arrows which you can throw together, कोई एक तो लग ही जाने वाला है। तो एक एरो में एरर होने के चांसेस ज्यादा है, बट बहुत सारे 100 एरो में एक विन तो मिलेगा। एरर विल बी 0 बिकॉज यू विल ऑलवेज विन। एक लगना है, एक तो लगेगा। दिस इज अ प्लैनेट विच हैज हंड्रेड्स ऑफ सोर्सेज ऑफ लाइट, जो अंदर बाहर मूव करके एवरेज 0 हो जाता है। देयरफॉर वी सी देम द वे दे आर। बट स्टार में एक ही रे है और वो एक रे हिल गया तो तुमको ट्विंकल ट्विंकल लिटिल स्टार हो जाएगा। दैट्स वाई प्लैनेट्स डू नॉट ट्विंकल बट स्टार्स ट्विंकल। Next small topic, advanced sunrise and delayed sunset. रोज सुबह जब सनराइज होता है तो देर इज अ पर्टिकुलर टाइम विच इज कॉल्ड एक्चुअल सनराइज, एंड इन साइंस एक्चुअल सनराइज इज होराइजन के ऊपर आना सन का। द सन हैज टू क्रॉस दिस लाइन विच इज कॉल्ड होराइजन। तो वेयर इज द होराइजन? किसी भी बॉल के ऊपर एक फ्लैट स्केल रख दो, बॉल के ऊपर एक स्केल रख दो तो ये हो गया होराइजन। अब सन अगर होराइजन के नीचे है तो सनराइज नहीं हुआ है। बट यू विल नॉट बिलीव दैट पीपल हैव ऑलरेडी स्टार्टेड टू सी द सन। यहां पे जो लोग हैं वो सन को देख सकते हैं, बट सन तो अभी होराइजन के नीचे है। यू कैन नॉट लुक डाउन बिलो द होराइजन। द रीजन इज समथिंग लाइक दिस, द अर्थ हैज अ ह्यूज एटमॉस्फेयर, एंड दैट ह्यूज एटमॉस्फेयर is changing all the time. Because of this, when rays of sun are going inside the atmosphere they bend slightly, and when they bend slightly तो ह्यूमन बीइंग को लगता है जो लास्ट पार्ट है वहां से वो सीधी लाइन ड्रॉ कर लेता है और मान बैठता है कि सन यहां पे, जबकि सन उगा ही नहीं है. मीनिंग यू कैन लिटरली सी द सन 2 minutes before the real sunrise. The sun is here, it's here, it's here, it's here. तुम्हें ये बिल्कुल नहीं दिखेगा बिकॉज लाइट इज बेंडिंग एंड फॉलिंग समवेयर एल्स इन सम अदर कंट्री. ये भी नहीं दिखेगा, इट्स स्टिल फॉलिंग ऑन सम अदर कंट्री. यहां पे भी नहीं दिखेगा, यहां पे भी नहीं दिखेगा, बट यहां से दिखना शुरू हो जाता इधर. एंड दिस इज येट नॉट सनराइज. सनराइज होने में 2 मिनट और बाकी है, फिर भी तुमको दिखना शुरू हो जाता. एंड दैट इज कॉल्ड अर्ली सनराइज. एवरी डे इट हैपेंस एवरीवेयर इन द वर्ल्ड सिंस एजेस. और जब सनसेट हो रहा है दूसरे एंड पे, so what is happening? This is the sun, you can see it. The sun is setting slowly and gone. This is the horizon. अभी भी सन सामने दिखता है, दिखता है, दिखता है. होराइजन के नीचे जाने के बाद भी सन दिखता है बिकॉज द रेज बेंड एंड फॉल इनटू योर आईज. सो रियल सनसेट होने के 2 मिनट बाद भी सन दिखता है. यू कैन सी द सन आफ्टर द सन हैज ऑलरेडी सेट. दिस इज अ बॉटल विच यू कैन सी एंड इट्स गोइंग, इट्स गोइंग, इट्स गोइंग. यू कैन सी इट, बट एक पॉइंट के बाद तुमको दिखना बंद हो जाता. बट इन द केस ऑफ सन वो जाने के 2 मिनट बाद तक भी दिखता है. विच मीन्स टेक्निकली स्पीकिंग दरिया किनारे जब सनसेट देखते हो, या अहमदाबाद में रोज शाम को सनसेट होता है. दिस इज बेस्ट एट होराइजन, नॉट अराउंड द बिल्डिंग्स और बिहाइंड द ट्रीज. दरिया पे जब सन यहां है और फिर वो फाइनली गायब हो गया. द लास्ट 2 minutes of sunset which you were looking at the sun was a fake sun. The last 2 minutes what you saw, sun was already gone below the horizon. तो तुमको दिखा कैसे? जो नीचे चला गया है उसके लाइट रेज बेंड होके मेरी आंखों में आ रहे थे. और जब लाइट रेज बेंड होके आंखों में आते हैं तो हमें लगता है कि चीजें सामने है, बट वो होती नहीं. एंड बेंडिंग ऑफ लाइट इज ओनली पॉसिबल बिकॉज ऑफ एटमॉस्फियर. सो सन इज विजिबल टू अस अबाउट 2 minutes बिफोर द एक्चुअल सनराइज. सन ऊपर आया नहीं है फिर भी दिखना शुरू हो जाता है. एंड 2 minutes आफ्टर द एक्चुअल सनसेट सन चला गया है फिर भी 2 मिनट दिखता है. Which means we are looking at the sun for 4 minutes extra. तो 7 दिन में 28 minutes extra. तो 1 महीने में 3 4 1200 minutes extra. तो 1 साल में 12 महीने होते हैं 144,000 minutes extra divided by 60 minutes. Two, 4, 6 to the 12, 240 hours. 240 hours का अप्रोक्सीमेट फर्क पड़ता है. And this 240 hours actually 24 hours होना चाहिए था. 4 minutes extra every day 30 days का 120 minutes, 120 into 12, डेली 120 मिनट्स एक्स्ट्रा ना, डेली क्या मंथली, और ऐसे 4 महीने, देयरफॉर 1440 मिनट्स एक्स्ट्रा, 00 कट, 24 आवर्स का फर्क पड़ता है, and therefore 1 day is added extra as leap year, which you can read more about on your own. लीप ईयर का ये सनसेट सनराइज के साथ कुछ ना कुछ लेना देना है, फिगर इट आउट, इट्स आउटसाइड टेक्स्ट बुक, सो आई विल नॉट स्पेंड टाइम. So sun is visible 2 minutes before sunrise, sun is visible 2 minutes after sunset because of atmospheric refraction. By actual sunrise we mean crossing the horizon. Horizon के ऊपर आना रियल सनराइज होता है, बट मारो बेटो सनराइज हुआ भी नहीं है लेकिन दिखना शुरू हो जाता है. एंड दिस इज नकली सन, apparent position. This is asli sun, real position. The time difference between actual sunset and apparent sunset is also 2 minutes, and the apparent flattening of the sun's disk at sunrise and sunset is also due to the same phenomena. ये flattening of sun's disk कुछ नहीं है. Remember this 2 minute का concept. Scattering of light is called Tyndall effect. Google it. You will instantly realize you have seen Tyndall effect 1,000 times. Tyndall effect happens, Tyndall effect in sky. When you see the rays of sun in the sky, it's called Tyndall effect, this one. And these rays are visible through the clouds because of dust particles. तो एटमॉस्फेयर में इतना डस्ट है कि लाइट रेज दिखने लगते. यू कैन सी दिस इज नॉट फोटोशॉप और एनी ग्राफिक. So much dust is present that you suddenly start looking at the light rays. बाकी light rays दिखते नहीं है. और साइंस में टिंडाल इफेक्ट कुछ ऐसा होता है जो 9th में था. When a light passes through a solution, if you cannot see the light inside, there is no Tyndall effect. But if you can see the ray of light, it is called Tyndall effect. This is a laser light, a green colored laser light, which you cannot see here. But here you can see it. This is called Tyndall effect, and it is because of particles of dust reflecting the light. Reflection. Let's read. Scattering of light. The interplay of light with objects around us gives rise to several spectacular phenomena in nature. The blue color of the sky, the color of water in deep sea, and reddening of the sun at sunrise and sunset are some wonderful phenomena we are familiar with. Why is the sky blue? Why is the water blue? Why is the sky red but during sunrise and sunset? दिन में रेड स्काई नहीं होती, बट शाम होते होते स्काई becomes orangish red. All the answers lie in this one thing concept called scattering of light. What is scattering of light? The path of the beam of light passing through a true solution is not visible. However, the path becomes visible through a colloidal solution where the size of particles is larger. मतलब स्पेस में जाओ, you will never see a ray of light because particles are absent. There are absolutely no particles. Therefore, space is dark. स्पेस में सन को देखोगे तो भी लाइट का आभास नहीं होगा. You will not feel as if it is day, although you are looking at the sun in front of you. That's space, because there are no particles. Sun in space. Sun is a hot ball of fire, but still the sky is black. The sun is in front of you, but still the sky is black. बट तुम जमीन से सन को देखो तो उजाला उजाला हो जाता, एंड दैट इज बिकॉज ऑफ एटमॉस्फेरिक पार्टिकल्स. सो स्पेस इज डार्क बट एटमॉस्फेयर is not dark, it is bright. Why is it bright? Because when the ray of light enters, there are no particles, nahi, there are particles, and these particles are of relatively large size, and that's for light bounces with these particles. इसलिए जो उजाले का एहसास है, अजवाड़ू, that's because of these particles of atmosphere, particles of oxygen, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, pollution, dust particles, everything. That's called scattering of light, which in science we call Tyndall effect. The Earth's atmosphere is a heterogeneous mixture of minute particles. Particles of smoke, particles of water, suspended particles of dust and air. All this together creates Tyndall effect. When a beam of light strikes such fine particles, the path of the beam becomes visible. The light reaches us after being reflected diffusely by these particles. The phenomena of scattering of light by colloidal particles give rise to Tyndall effect, which was studied in 9th standard. Why is the sky blue? Sun is a red hot ball of gas, and when sun throws light, it's called white light. Yellow nahi, white light. Ab that white light enters the atmosphere, and this is the earth. When this white light is entering the atmosphere, it has to dash with the particles of atmosphere. So many layers of different refractive index, so much bending and so much fighting with these particles. तो होता ये है that the light bends but light also scatters. Scatters means the light starts to bounce here and there because of the particles. और ये जो random reflection है, इसको हम हिंदी में कहते हैं उजाला, अजवाड़ू, उजाश. And अजवाड़ू is possible because of this scattering of light called Tyndall effect. अब सन सेट होने आया. ये दोपहर का टाइम था, उजाला, बट अब सनसेट का टाइम है. तो व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन डे एंड सनसेट सनराइज टाइमिंग्स? The difference is sunset और sunrise के टाइम पे the sun's location is like this as compared to the earth, और दिन के टाइम पे sun सिर पे होता है. When the sun is on head, the rays of light are falling like this. एंड कितना एटमॉस्फेयर क्रॉस करना पड़ता है? थोड़ा, दिस मच. बट व्हेन द सन इज ड्यूरिंग द कोर्स ऑफ राइजिंग और सेटिंग, जब सन राइज या सेट हो रहा है तो लाइट को ज्यादा डिस्टेंस कवर करना पड़ता है एटमॉस्फेयर के अंदर से. द लाइट हैज टू ट्रैवल मोर to reach the earth during sunset and sunrise as compared to on the head. Therefore, when scattering happens, the yellow light bounces और धीरे धीरे वो 7 कलर में से कुछ कलर्स वेस्ट हो जाते, बाउंस ऑफ हो जाते, और सिर्फ ब्लू कलर की लाइट नीचे गिरती, बाकी सारी स्कैटर हो गई. स्कैटर एटले तितर बितर. सो लॉट ऑफ लाइट हैज बीन स्कैटर्ड, ओनली ब्लू लाइट फॉल्स. देयरफॉर व्हेन यू सी द कलर ऑफ द स्काई ड्यूरिंग डे, इट इज ब्लू. बट सनसेट और सनराइज जब हो रहा है तब क्या प्रॉब्लम है? प्रॉब्लम कुछ नहीं है. सनसेट और सनराइज के टाइम पे देर इज अ लार्जर डिस्टेंस विद द सनलाइट हैज टू ट्रैवल, और ये लार्ज डिस्टेंस में स्टार्टिंग में येलो लाइट स्कैटर हो जाती है, फिर पिंक लाइट, वायलेट लाइट, ब्लू लाइट, ग्रीन लाइट, और स्कैटर होते होते सिर्फ रेड लाइट बचती है विच रीचेस द ऑब्जर्वर. तो तुम जो देखते हो ड्यूरिंग सनसेट एंड सनराइज is reddish sky because the other colors have been scattered off. That's called scattering of light, and that's the reason why sky is reddish during sunset, sunrise, but during day it is blue, all thanks to Tyndall effect. This phenomena is seen when a fine beam of sunlight enters smoke filled room through a small hole. Thus, scattering of light makes particles visible. Tyndall effect can also be observed when sunlight passes through canopy of dense forest. Tiny water droplets in mist scatter the light. कुछ नहीं है. The color of scattered light depends on the size of scattering particles. This is very important point. Remember it for tomorrow's quiz. कौन सी light आंखों में गिरेगी? That depends on the particle size. So you are observing 4 different options. Light is falling from the opposite source, और बीच में है अलग अलग साइज के पार्टिकल्स. स्मॉल साइज, मीडियम साइज पार्टिकल्स, thick size particles, and very big particles. What will happen is scattering will take place. White light is made up of 7 colors. When the sky is full of minute particles, scattering will take place. The light bounces here and there, and what reaches your eyes is maybe blue. The sky is blue. But if the particles are slightly bigger, then scattering takes place and what reaches your eyes is purple. Sometimes what reaches your eyes is green, and sometimes what reaches your eyes is red. This is called scattering of light, and the color depends on the size of the particles. Very fine particles scatter mainly blue light, while particles of large size scatter red light. Longer wavelength matlab red. If the size of scattering particles are large enough, then the scattered light may also appear to be white. 4 MCQs will be asked from this simple paragraph. Scattering of light depends on size of particles. Particle size is small, you scatter blue. Particle size is large, you scatter red. And if particle size is very large, you scatter white. Why is the color of sky blue? मैंने तो थोड़ा थोड़ा समझाया है, आप पढ़ लेते हैं. The molecules of air and other fine particles in the atmosphere have size smaller than the wavelength of visible light. Molecules of air and other fine particles smaller than the wavelength of visible light. These are more effective in scattering light of short wavelength at the blue end than the light of long wavelength at red end. The red light has a wavelength about 1.8 times greater than the blue light. Thus, when sunlight passes through the atmosphere, the fine particles in air scatter the blue color more strongly than the red. ये हर एक प्रेसी बनानी पड़ेगी खुद की of what the textbook is trying to say and how to write an answer. Sunlight is white light. White light enters the atmosphere. Atmosphere is full of particles, and particles, the molecules of air and other fine particles in atmosphere have size smaller than the wavelength of visible light. Particles are less than the wavelength of light. मतलब they are small. Particles love to scatter small wavelengths. Particles cannot scatter large wavelengths. Thus, when sunlight passes through the atmosphere, fine particles scatter blue color more. Therefore, blue color, which is small wavelength, is scattered more. And when blue color is scattered more, what we see is a blue sky. दूसरा क्वेश्चन, अगर एटमॉस्फेयर होता ही नहीं तो पार्टिकल्स नहीं होते. ये देखो मैं डिलीट कर रहा हूं धीरे धीरे. एटमॉस्फेयर नहीं है, पार्टिकल्स नहीं है. पार्टिकल्स नहीं है तो वेवलेंथ ऑफ लाइट के साथ स्कैटरिंग नहीं है. देयरफॉर ब्लू स्कैटर मोर या रेड स्कैटर मोर कुछ होगा ही नहीं. What will happen is the sky will appear dark. If there were no particles, उजाला होगा नहीं. If the earth had no atmosphere, there would not have been any scattering. The sky would look dark. The sky appears dark to passengers flying at very high altitudes, as scattering is not prominent at great heights. Space तक चले जाओ तो आकाश काला हो जाता है. सन सामने है फिर भी, क्योंकि एटमॉस्फेयर नहीं है. Why do you think सिग्नल में डेंजर के लिए हमेशा रेड लाइट यूज होती है? Because red light has long wavelength, and long wavelength travel long distances. Plus long wavelength को scatter करना मुश्किल है. It will reach the observer in a straight line. So you might have observed the danger signal lights are red in color. Do you know why? Because red light is least scattered by fog or smoke. सिग्नल पे धुआं होता है और वो धुएं की वजह से रेड लाइट मैक्सिमम दिखती है. धुआं कैन नॉट डिस्ट्रॉय द रेड लाइट और स्कैटर द रेड लाइट. देयरफॉर रेड कलर इज यूज्ड. एनी अदर कलर वुड लुक वीक बिकॉज ऑफ फॉग एंड स्मोक. Color of the sky at sunset, sunrise, which we discussed. Have you seen the sky at sunset or sunrise? Have you wondered why the sun and the surrounding appears red? Let's do an activity to understand the blue color of the sky and the reddish appearance of the sun at sunrise or sunset. You will find fine microscopic sulfur particles precipitating in about 2 to 3 minutes. As the sulfur particles begin to form, you can observe the blue light from the 3 sides of the glass tank. This is due to scattering of short wavelength for minute colloidal sulfur particles. ये एक एक्सपेरिमेंट है जिसमें ये जार के अंदर सल्फर पार्टिकल्स धीरे धीरे आ रहे हैं, क्रिएट हो रहे हैं. इट्स केमिस्ट्री. एंड व्हेन दीज सल्फर पार्टिकल्स आर स्लोली गेटिंग क्रिएटेड, व्हाट यू सी from this direction is blue color, because scattering of short wavelength takes by minute colloidal sulfur particles. But if you observe from here, observe the color of transmitted light from the 4th side of the glass tank facing the circular hole. It is interesting to observe at first the orange red color and then bright crimson red color on the screen. क्या दिखेगा? रेड कलर दिखेगा. Because of this simple thing, the tank is a 3-dimensional structure. The light source is here. This is where the light is coming from. और टैंक के अंदर है सल्फर पार्टिकल्स. These sulfur particles, the light is thrown on them. Which light? White light. The white light reaches the sulfur particles, and sulfur particles scatter blue light because this distance is less. The amount of particles are less. But जब यहां से देखोगे as compared to यहां से, तो फर्क पड़ेगा. When you see from here, the distance is less scattering takes place and blue color appears. But when you see from the far end, then the light has fought with a lot of sulfur particles and reach here. What appears is red. Therefore, कम डिस्टेंस पे ब्लू, लंबे डिस्टेंस पे रेड, जो मैंने तुमको अर्थ ड्रॉ करके सिखाया था, that this is the earth, this is the atmosphere. When the sun is up above in the world, the light has to travel only this much distance, and this is a less distance and blue color appears. But when the sun is about to set or about to rise, then the amount of distance traveled by the sun, earth की तरफ ये, the amount of distance traveled by the sunlight is more. You can obviously see that the red line is more than the blue line. More scattering takes place and red color appears. That's the activity to prove why at sunset and sunrise the color of the sky is reddish. ये मेरा वाला फिगर है. सन सिर पे होगा तो ब्लू कलर दिखेगा आकाश, बट सनसेट या राइज हो रहा होगा तो भाई साहब रेड दिखेंगे. Sky will look red, sun will look red. So this activity demonstrates the scattering of light that helps you to understand the bluish color of sky and reddish appearance of sun at sunrise, sunset. Light from the sun near the horizon passes through thicker layers of air. It has to pass through more air. It has to pass through large distance, and therefore it is reddish. But Bappore, at noon, the sun has to relatively travel short distances, and short distance की वजह से the sun appears white and little bit of blue and violet colors are scattered. The sky appears blue. Near the horizon, most of the blue light and shorter wavelengths are scattered away by particles. Therefore, the light that reaches our eye is longer wavelengths, and this gives rise to reddish color. ब्लू कलर स्कैटर होना शुरू हुआ था यहां पे, यहां तक, और इसके बाद सारा ब्लू कलर स्कैटर होके खत्म हो गया. फिर वायलेट, इंडिको, पर्पल खत्म हो गया, और पहुंचते पहुंचते जो ऑब्जर्वर की आंखों में पहुंचा, दैट इज रेड. बट हियर द डिस्टेंस वाज लेस, सो सीधा ब्लू स्कैटर होके आंखों में गिर गया. That is the reason why sunset, sunrise have different color, and noon has a different color of sky and sun. That's the end of the chapter. These are all the topics worth 2 marks, but they are not easy to write them. So don't try to write them in your own words in final exam. Study, prepare every paragraph, and write scientific words. Words like scattering, Vibgyor, spectrum, dispersion, short wavelength, long wavelength, more scattering, less scattering, Tyndall effect, near the horizon, above the horizon, in space. ये सब वर्ड के सिवाय कोई गप्पे मारना मत. Prepare these topics properly. They are small, interesting. मे बी समझ में भी आया होगा, आई होप, आई डोंट नो, बट लिखना मुश्किल. सो प्रैक्टिस हाउ टू राइट एवरी टॉपिक फॉर 2 marks. I will quickly summarize how many questions you are supposed to know. Why is sun reddish and the sky reddish during sunset sunrise? Why is the sky blue in the afternoon? Describe the experiment of sulfur to show different colors are visible at the same time and how. What is Tyndall effect? What is scattering of light by the atmosphere? What is advanced sunrise and delayed sunset and why it happens? Explain twinkling of star. Why does stars twinkle? और यहाँ पे if you remember I had explained why planets do not twinkle. What is atmospheric refraction? Isaac Newton's two prism experiment. Thus, dispersion of light by a glass prism 11 और ये refraction through a light prism. So there are 12 short question answers in this section. Make sure you learn them and write them properly.